those home runs against the Astros. Fastball is up for ball one. Soriano led off last night's game with a double, and he later drew a walk, going 1 for 4 in that game, 1 for 5 in the game. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryan Theriot on deck. Cubs are 6-2 against the Astros. They are 5-1 here at Minute Maid Park this season. Final game between the two here comes tomorrow afternoon at 1:05.
Yeah, it's nice to treat people well when they come to your house, but the Astros have been a little too hospitable to the Cubs here.
The Cubs now have a winning record since Minute Maid Park opened in 2000 in this park. Foul tip, and Soriano goes to a 2-2 count.
Wandy staying exclusively fastball so far with Soriano. He slipped that high one by him a couple of times, and Wandy, although not a real hard thrower, can pitch up above the hands effectively.
Strike 3 and a high curveball. Paul Schreiber, the home plate umpire, rings up Soriano.
Similar to the pitch that Michael Bourne was called out on last night. You don't anticipate getting this call. Q actually comes out of his crouch to catch it.
Let's go out to the auction now, and Bart and Patty.
All right, thanks, Brownie. Well, we've been talking about all the great auction items, but one thing we want to really tell you about, it's an easy one, is these great fan bags. Now, there's 300 of these available, and they're just going to be on a first-come, first-served basis. Really, $350 worth of great stuff inside these bags, isn't there, Bart?
That's right. It's you get the gym bag itself, you get an autographed baseball, caps, T-shirts, you get a couple of tickets to randomly selected baseball games. We have 300 of these. You can walk up at the ballpark and purchase them, or you can phone in and purchase them. We'll ship them to you. And how about this? 2 randomly selected bags will contain weekend night stay at the Four Seasons Hotel plus breakfast. So call in right now or come walking out here to center field. We're between the bullpen and the 5-7 grill up on the concourse, and check these bags out. Guys, back to you.
All right, we'll be getting back to you quite often tonight.
Hey, let's get those phones ringing, people.
Ryan Theriot, the batter, hits a fastball in the air on a 2-1 count to Hunter Pence in right field. Andy Rodriguez has the first 2. Proceeds benefit the Astros Major League Baseball Urban Youth Academy at Sylvester Turner Park and the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Houston. You can bid by phone at 1-877-831-BIDS 2437. Those lines will be open all evening. Milton Bradley takes a look at ball one. Bradley had a rough night last night. 208, 5 homers, 14 runs batted in for Bradley. Had to beg his way into the lineup last night after taking early hitting.
It comes under the category, be careful what you wish for, because he did. He had a miserable night.
Hits 2 balls and a strike. He was 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts, a double play, and 2 foul pops. Not get the ball out of the infield.
Now that's about as bad a night as you're going to see a hitter have.
That was his first start since June 2nd. He had been out with a calf injury. But here he is again tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bradley 1 for 9 against Wandy in his career. A lot of fastballs early for Wandy.
Well, the one curveball he threw to Soriano, he got the called 3rd strike on it, but he didn't really finish the pitch, and that was a problem last time too. Kind of like when you don't have confidence in a pitch, you tend not to finish. You just kind of cast it and hope, as opposed to really staying with it. There you go. That's the strikeout curveball there.
3-2 now. Wandy 4-4 in his career against the Cubs, has a 4.37 ERA against them. Has a 10th best ERA in the National League, 2.97. Fouled away. Still a full count with D. Lee on deck. Milton Bradley just ripped up left-handers last year. He pokes that one foul, stays alive at a full count on Milton Bradley. This season, as a right-handed batter, he's hitting .294, 1 homer, 5 runs batted in for 34 at bats.
An all right-handed lineup facing Wandy here tonight. Fukudome gets the night off. Fontenot gets the night off.
Bradley to left center. Didn't get on top of it, and Carlos Lee takes it for out number 3. Good start for Wandy Rodriguez. No score.
All of them are lit up. I was going to talk to President of Communications Jay Lucas here for a quick second, but he is taking orders for those great fan bags. We've only got 300 of them. I know you're all trying to get in. The phone lines are probably jammed up right now, but keep calling. They are a great deal, especially with Father's Day coming up. Bart, package number 1, great deal. Why don't you go ahead and reiterate what that's all about?
Package number 1 is a great deal, especially if you've got somebody with a birthday coming up or an anniversary celebration. They're big Astros fans. This is perfect for you. It's a party for the winner and 20 guests in Drayton McLean's suite with food and non-alcoholic beverages provided for all of you. You get to meet Drayton McLean and get commemorative photos taken with the Astros owner. The phone number again, 877-831-BIDS. Call in for that. That is a sensational deal. Brownie, JD, back to you guys.
Thank you. Michael Bourne leads it off in the home first inning. Carlos Zambrano's first pitch. Here's ball 1 to Michael. 292 for Michael. He has 1 homer, 13 runs batted in. Had a tough night last night. Looks at a strike there, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Michael was 0 for 4 with 3 punch-outs last night. Ed Lilly did a great job. 2 balls and a strike. Zambrano is 4-2. His ERA 3.72. That's out into right center. A looping single for Bourne. He hustles around first. Milton Bradley gets to it. Bourne on with the first hit of the night by an Astro. Here's the starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Following Michael Bourne at center, Miguel Tejada at shortstop, the league's leading hitter. Hunter Pence in right field. Carlos Lee in left. Lance Berkman at first base. Jeff Blum at third. Matt Queta at second base. Humberto Quintero, the catcher, for Wandy Rodriguez. Miguel Tejada leads the league in several departments, including batting average, 357. He has 6 homers, 33 runs batted in. He leads in hits with 82. He leads in doubles with 21. Michael Bourne draws the throw. Tejada with a couple more hits last night, going 2 for 4. He has set the best pace for any Astro through the first 57 games of the season in collecting hits. Zambrano throws to second, and Terrio relays to first. 1-6-3 double play.
And we talked about all the good numbers Mickey's put up. That's one of the negatives in his game. Hits into a lot of double plays. And went after that either changeup or sinker down. Beats it on the ground right back to Zambrano. Hurries his throw a little bit when he did not have to, but all's well that ends well for the Cubs.
Zambrano just retired, a .438 hitter against Chicago. He is 13-7 against Houston with a 2.66 ERA. He was the opening day starter here and the winner, and gave up 1 run in 6 innings on opening night. Hunter Pence jammed on that one. The barrel of the bat goes out by the third sacker, Scales. And Scales handles out number 3. No runs a hit, nobody left, no score.
the second. Package number 2 that is up for bid tonight is a private batting practice session here at Minute Maid Park. This is outstanding. With Lance Berkman and Astros hitting instructor Sean Berry right there, you get a 15-minute private batting practice session. Commemorative photos taken during the batting practice session. Opportunity to watch the Astros take batting practice. Personalized Astros bat and jersey for each participant. It also includes 4 dugout tickets. The starting bid on this is $2,500. You can call in right now. All the operators are busy, but we want to remind you, if you can't get through, you can come up to the tables out here. If you know somebody at the ballpark, whatever, you can bid that way.
Get in your car and get down here.
You get in your car and get down here. Or if you know somebody at the ballpark, call them and say, go out there and bid for me. But the phones are ringing, guys.
Wow, it sounds like it's hopping out there.
1 ball, 1 strike to Derek Lee. He is 12 for 24 in his career against Wandy Rodriguez with a couple of home runs on an 8-game hitting streak right now. He's 12 for 32 during the last 8 games. And misses there for a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Last night, Lee had an RBI single, a double. He drew 3 walks in the game. Johnson and Soto to follow here in the Cubs' second.
And Derek Lee, one of 2 Cub hitters with just glittering numbers against Wandy. Ryan Theriot, also a .500 hitter, 9 out of 18.
Curveball gets him a swing and miss. Now he's sprinting for first base. Quintero has a problem picking it up. Throws to Berkman. Gets it. That was a scramble for Q. He had to try twice to get that baseball in his grip, and then he really had to make a play throwing to Berkman.
Yeah, Derek Lee recognizing a little late that this ball had gotten away, so he got a late break. And then that cannon of an arm for Quintero makes up the difference. Close down there at first, though.
Really close. For Ed Rapuano. One down.
I guarantee if Derek Lee had hit that ball in the hole between third and short, he would have argued that call a lot harder down to first base. When you're fighting for a hit as opposed to a punch out on your score on your stat sheet.
Yeah. Reed Johnson, we can't call him the most interesting man in the world anymore. Got rid of his beard.
Yeah.
Strike 1 to Reed. 283, 3 homers, 15 runs batted in. Lost most of it anyway. Kind of thought that was an attractive playoff beard he had the last time the Cubs came to town, but he lost it. No balls, 2 strikes.
Might have been a slump beard. Or,
could have been.
Just do all kinds of things. And won't shave for a week if they're hot, or vice versa.
Well, he's been okay. 3 homers, 9 RBIs in his last 12 games. Fly ball left center field. Carlos Lee comes in for it. Makes the running play. 2 outs. The Astros are celebrating their 10 years in Minute Maid Park this season. To honor some of the great moments in the ballpark, we present the 10-year bracket challenge. Round 2 continues with Brad Ausmus' home run in the bottom of the 9th against Kyle Farnsworth and the Braves in the 2005 NLDS versus Chris Burke's homer in the 18th inning of that same game. Go to Astros.com to cast your vote today. 2 outs now, and it's Giovanni Soto here in the 10th season of Minute Maid Park, looking at ball 1. 218 for Soto, 2 homers, 14 runs batted in. Very slow start for him, but last night he warmed it up with 3 hits and an RBI. He looks at a strike. It's 1-1. Lou Piniella has just been hoping that his regulars come around. He continues to play Soto and the others and says that he has confidence in them. They certainly banged the ball around last night. 16 hits. That's the second time they've gotten 16 hits in a game at Minute Maid Park this season. That's their high for the year. Wandy Rodriguez trying to dull that offensive threat the Cubs can bring to the plate.
So I think we can anticipate a high strike zone here tonight. Borderline pitch down probably won't be called. Based on the early returns anyway.
Some of the pitchers are starting to notice that has been a trend. That's hit well to left center field. Outfielders are just turning to watch it sail. Long home run hit by Giovanni Soto, number 3 of the year. And it's 1-0 Cubs.
And that's what happens too with an elevated strike zone. You got to throw more pitches up in the zone, and And see more long balls.
He's waiting for a 3-1 pitch. He put a powerful swing on it.
And you see him pump that front leg, load up the weight on the backside, and then explode into that fastball.
1-0 Cubs. That's their 63rd home run. Bobby Scales takes strike one. He's the third baseman tonight. 226, 3 homers, 7 runs batted in for Scales. Wandy comes right back in with a strike to make it 0-2 on Bobby. Filling in for the injured Aramis Ramirez, who's out with a shoulder injury. Curve in the dirt makes it a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Bobby Scales, switch hitting infielder, can play the various positions, drafted by the Padres in '99. Cubs signed him last January as a minor league free agent. It's worked out very well for Bobby.
This is his first big league action this year. A 31-year-old rookie is Bobby Scales.
Came up and made an immediate impact upon joining the Cubs. Rolls this one, and second baseman Keita has to go far and cannot make the play. Berkman went to first. Ball slowly hit. Keita seemed surprised by that, and he put on a late burst, but Scales winds up with a roller and an infield hit.
That little twinner that at times Lance has gone far to his right, and he, after the play could tell he thinks, no, I should have just stayed home. So this time he stays home and probably would have been better off pursuing that one.
Ball was hit very softly. Scales is aboard for Aaron Miles. Keita making his first start at second for the Astros. Miles just came off the DL to start at second for the Cubs tonight. There's strike one. Aaron, a 204 hitter with no homers. 4 runs batted in. Former St. Louis Cardinal. Cubs have been filling in at those infield spots at second and third this year. Miles was out with a right shoulder strain. This one goes to Tejada. Tejada to Keita for the forced play on Scales. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left for the Cubs. They lead 1-0.
Continue on with our auction out here, and the phones are being lit up with Drayton McClain out here. And Drayton, package number 1, which is the owner's package, 20 of your closest friends out here to hang out with you. That one is getting the most action right now. It's up to $2,600.
Well, we all have a lot of friends, and Patty, I don't know if anyone has more than you do. So maybe you could and get some of your friends excited about buying it. But that's the suite right behind home plate. It's got a great view of home plate and the entire field. And we have a lot of food in there, and we'll have a lot of really good people we'll bring up there to come enjoy the game with them.
Well, awesome. Well, next year we'll work on the Patty Smith package. But in the meantime, how exciting and how much fun and what does this mean to you to partner with Fox Sports Houston, the Houston Astros, together to raise this money for Astros in Action?
Well, the best part of being involved with the Houston Astros is teamwork. The players, the manager and the players, but then working with Fox. Fox is our partner. And this is a project that we're all involved. You've got a lot of people that work for Fox here. We've got a lot of the Astro executives here that are manning the phones involved in this. And this is something that makes you really feel good because the money ultimately is going to this major league program that is preparing this field at Sylvester Turner Park to get training for any young person free of charge.
Well, awesome stuff. And Drayton mentioned the general managers, which brings us to package number 3, the general managers package. Just 4 guests will be invited to watch batting practice here at the field at Minute Maid Park. The opportunity to throw out a ceremonial first pitch. You can conduct the official kids' first call of the game, a special scoreboard mention, meet and greet with Astros general manager Ed Wade and Cecil Cooper, VIP behind-the-scenes tour of the Astros clubhouse, dinner for 4 at the Diamond Club, commemorative photos, club level game tickets, all kinds of great stuff. So I encourage you to call in 1-877-831-BIDS. Come hang out with Drayton. Come hang out with the GM. Drayton, thanks for stopping by.
Well, it's a pleasure, and this is something the Astros and Fox is very excited about.
And it's tax deductible. Don't forget that. Guys?
Thanks, Patty. Lance Berkman at the plate. A single by Carlos Lee has Berkman with 299 homers at the plate against Zambrano. He hit number 299 last night, right-handed. Off lefty Sean Marshall in the 9th inning. 251 this season, 11 homers, 33 runs batted in. Only one Astro has hit as many as 300 homers. Jeff Bagwell with 449, the all-time club leader. One more and Berkman becomes the 7th switch hitter in history to hit 300 long balls.
See what he gets here on 2-0. He got a fastball, but Zambrano missed the strike zone. 299 came from the right side last night. Astros only run of the ball game.
Strike there, makes it 3-1. Berkman's a 154 career hitter against Zambrano with 4 homers. Carlos Lee was 347 lifetime against Big Z before he connected with his leadoff single here. Line drive caught by Terrio. Throw to first. No double play. Terrio stationed up the middle for out number 1. Coming up later in our Dodge Grab Live feature, we'll hear from Lance Berkman on his favorite teams growing up. Now Jeff Blum, the batter. 264 for Jeff. 1 homer, 15 runs batted in. There's Humberto Quintero up on the top step with Matt Queta on deck. Jeff 264 as we mentioned, and he's 172 lifetime against Big Z. Taking strike 1. Certainly a challenge coming up against Zambrano. Left-handed hitters though much better against Carlos. 303. Right-handed batters 212 against him this year. Rolled slowly to second base. Lee hops over the grounder. There's the force play at second by Miles and Terrio. 2 outs. Blum to first and Matt Queta to the batter's box.
Well, folks, check out the foul poles, the Chick-fil-A foul poles down the left and right field lines here at Minute Maid Park. Anytime an Astro player hits either one of those, fans from the ball game can take their ticket stub to any greater Houston area Chick-fil-A for a free Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Oh, and Lori brought home a peach milkshake, smoothie kind of thing from Chick-fil-A the other day. Outstanding.
Yeah. Queta's 0 for 6. First start at second base. First start period for the Astros. There's strike 1 from Matt.
When Carlos Zambrano first came into the league, he was a thrower. He had a big arm. He threw 95 miles an hour. He had a power sinker. Doesn't throw that sinker quite as much, but he's a much smarter pitcher now than he was then. And he's changed his game a little bit.
Fly ball to center. Reed Johnson digging in for it. Terrio yields to the center fielder for out number 3. No runs, a hit. And the Cubs lead it 1-0.
to update you on our next package, and that is package number 4, the Field of Dreams package. This is awesome for the kiddos. It's a birthday party for a group of 15 kids during a future Astros game. Each kid will receive an Astros autographed baseball. Each kid will receive a t-shirt, a special visit by Junction Jack. The birthday party is in the executive suite with, of course, non-alcoholic beverages and a cake. You get a tour of the ballpark, gift bags with Astros goodies for all the kids. The kids get to run the bases, the invitation, the whole ball of wax. This one is really awesome. All right, I've wanted to say this all day. Time to send it over to Bart. Show us the tote board,
And let's
Bart.
go to the tote board. I can't tell you how long I waited to say that. All right, let's update you on where some of these packages stand. The first 2 packages right now at $2,600 each. That's the owner suite package, the private batting practice, both at $2,600. Astros general manager package right now at $2,000. The Field of Dreams that Patty just told you about stands at $1,200. And remember, bidding increments of a minimum of $100. Feel free to bid more if you like, but that's where these stand right now. We'll be introducing more of these packages to you as the game goes on. Let's go out to Brownie and JD.
Next Bart, pop-up by Carlos Zambrano. First pitch out for Wandy Rodriguez. Texas Ford dealers, league leaders, show you the all-time homers by switch hitters. Mickey Mantle, number 1. Then it's Eddie Murray, Chipper Jones, Chili Davis, Reggie Smith, Ruben Sierra, and Lance Brooks.
Lance certainly should fly by Sierra and likely Reggie Smith this year, just 15 behind Reggie.
Alfonso Soriano looks at strike 1. He was caught looking as he began the game. Cubs are 4-2 on a road trip. They split 2 games in Atlanta, 1-2 of 3 in Cincinnati. Playing the opener here 7-1 last night. That one breaks the bat, and that bat stuck in the screen behind home plate and almost got the on-deck guy, Ryan Theriot. That is dangerous stuff.
Well, Soriano uses a big bat, big war club that he swings, and he has a very thin handle. It creates a lot of whip when he gets it going. But when that thing snaps like that, the top half becomes a very dangerous weapon. I want to be on deck when this happens.
Jagged weapon. Projectile flying through the air. Ryan Theriot takes a look at ball 1. Theriot hit a fly ball to right in the first inning. It's a 2-ball no strike count to Theriot. Theriot's hit 290 against the Astros this season. He is maintaining a very quick pace tonight. It's 3 balls, no strikes. Wandy leads the Astros in quality starts with 8 of his 12 starts. The Astros have won 7 of those games and lost 5. 3-1 certainly was off to the best start of his career, leading the league in ERA, but then he hit a bump in the road and he's lost his last 3 starts. Fouled away, and it's 3-2. Gave up 4 homers in that last start on Thursday to Colorado, 2 to Garrett Atkins, allowing 10 hits and 7 runs in 5 innings.
Yeah, and after that bumpy stretch, nice that he had one more start on this homestand before heading out on the road, because he's been so good over the years here at Minute Maid Park. Chance to come out and settle back in, throw a good one, and get that confidence back going.
25-20 career record in this ballpark, a 3.92 ERA. This year at home, even better, a 2.31 earned run average, 3 wins and 2 losses. Fastball bounced up the middle, backhanded. Keita with a jump throw, safe at first. Theriot has an infield hit with 2 outs.
So the Cubs have 3 hits in this game. 1 left the ballpark, and the other 2 haven't left the infield. Infield hit for Scales, and now this infield hit for Ryan Theriot. Keita does a nice job tracking it down, and a good try at the jump throw. And Theriot runs well and clearly was safe.
Keita set up now for Milton Bradley. Bradley had a fly ball to left on a 3-2 count. Snap throw to first. Theriot diving back. The pitch was ball 1 to Bradley. Quintero pointing down to first.
And they wanted to check on the swing. Here's the replay as Theriot scrambles back. Tighten that lead up a little bit, perhaps.
Quintero getting the assignment with Wandy tonight. Up the right field line. Hunter Pence, Lance Berkman, Matt Cada, and foul ball. Up into the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Astros have shuffled their rotation now for the upcoming games. They're moving Roy Oswalt back, giving him extra rest. He won't pitch again until Saturday night at Arizona. He has a sore right wrist. Russ Ortiz moves up to pitch on 3 days rest since his 4 1/3 innings in relief on Sunday. He goes tomorrow against Ryan Dempster. That's a 105 start. Mike Hampton moves back to Friday night at Arizona against Dan Herron.
Yeah, I asked Dewey Robinson the thinking behind Ortiz tomorrow and Hampton Friday, and he said primarily because they prefer to have a righty going against this Cubs lineup.
Chatted a little bit with Russ Ortiz during batting practice tonight. He said he threw a short bullpen yesterday to get ready, but with not the usual 4 days between starts, and he hasn't started in a while. He didn't want to do a whole lot. Still a 1 ball 2 strike count.
You know, and probably not a bad idea to start Russ here as opposed to Arizona. He didn't have a real good experience when he was the Diamondback.
Wandy shooting for win number 6 of the year. Brings one close, but it's 2 balls 2 strikes to Bradley now.
Tries to drop that curveball in over the back door, and it just stays off the plate a little bit.
Chop slowly to third. Blum barehanding. No throw. A look at second. Theriot quickly scrambled back to the base on the infield roller by Bradley.
Well, 3 infield hits now for the Cubs. Bradley's not going to complain given the night he had last night. He'll take him. And he kind of knocked following last evening. Wandy, who got hit hard last time, and even his curveball got hit hard last time. The Cubs have not had good swings at his breaking pitch here tonight.
Derek Lee struck out earlier. There's strike 1 to Derek. Cubs are in a 2nd place tie with Cincinnati and St. Louis. They're all 2.5 behind front running Milwaukee. Foul away, and it's no balls 2 strikes, even though the Cubs are only 3 games over 500. A pretty good spot. They're 13th in runs scored in the National League after leading last year.
Now last year averaging about 5.2 runs per game, and a run below that this season.
Grounded to third. Blum gets the hop. Goes to Cada for the forced play on Bradley. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. 1-0 Cubs in the 3rd.
on the phones right here on the front line, Senior Vice President of Sales Tom Garrity, and also John Sorrentino, Vice President of New Business, answering your calls. Call in, talk to these guys. They might try to sell you something besides the auction items, but we've got all kinds of celebs coming through here throughout the night to talk about these great items. Speaking of great items, Bart, I know you've got one right on hand.
Item number 5 is terrific. It's a golf package that includes invitation for 4 to play along with an Astros celebrity during the 2009 Astros Alumni Golf Classic at Wildcat Golf Club. Limo service to and from the golf course for the winner and 3 guests. A private meet and greet at the event with former Astros greats like Jim Deshaies, Larry Durker, Jimmy Wynn, Jeff Bagwell, and others, with commemorative photos taken during the visit. Each player will receive a commemorative golf package that includes Astros golf balls and Astros golf shirt and a whole lot more, plus the opportunity for 4 to play at the Carlton Woods Country Club in the Woodlands along with an Astros celebrity. Call in right now. 877-831-BIDS is the number. Phones are ringing, so get your bid in now. JD and Brownie, back to you.
Thank you, Bart. Humberto Quintero, 5 for 9 in June. 4 runs batted in, a triple. Leads it off here in the home 3rd inning. 1-0 Cubs. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on cue. 325 is his batting average for the season. Zambrano blisters it by him. 1 ball, 2 strikes with Wandy Rodriguez on deck.
Yeah, so back in the bottom of the second one, when Big Z was out there saying how he's changed as a pitcher, not the ground ball guy he used to be. He gets more outs in the air now. He doesn't throw that power sinker quite as bit, but he cuts the fastball, and it was interesting to see him break out the split finger pitch to get the double play ball from Tejada, and then when he was trying to get one with Blum up there, he got his ground ball, didn't get his double play, so he's become more resourceful.
Hopped up, Derek Lee over.
And if you need a Gatorade machine dismantled, he's your man there too.
Houston Astros baseball on Fox Sports Houston is brought to you by Aflac, by your Texas Ford dealers, by AT&T, by Whataburger, and by Southwest Airlines. Wandy Rodriguez has 1 hit and 23 at-bats this season. Cubs have 4 hits to the Astros 2. The Soto home run with 2 outs in the 2nd inning. The difference in this one. Rodriguez takes ball 1. With Michael Bourne on deck. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Astros 5-3 on this homestand. They'll go on a 3-city road trip after tomorrow afternoon's finale. Arizona, Texas, and Minnesota. 2 balls and 1 strike. Reds lead the Nationals 2-0. They're in the top of the 7th at Washington. It's 2-2. Aaron Harang pitching shutout ball for Cincinnati. Chiron Martis is the pitcher for the Nats. Jay Bruce hit a 2-run homer off Martis, his 15th of the year. The Reds are hanging in pretty well in the NL Central. Cubs have some competition this year, it would appear. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Cardinals have hit the skids, but they're trying to snap their 5-game losing streak tonight. They lead 5-3 at Florida after 5. Strikeout number 1 for Big Z.
This day in Astros history is brought to you by the MD Anderson Cancer Center. Folks may remember this. June 10th, 1974, Mike Schmidt singles off the PA speaker in the Astrodome and hangs 117 feet in the air, 329 feet from home plate. So the mathematics department at Rice calculated that it would have traveled 550 feet if left unimpeded. So arguably the longest single in big league history.
Yeah. Michael Bourne steps out after taking strike 1. He singled and then was erased on a double play ball. Zambrano ramps it up to 95, gets a strike there, and it's 0-2 for him. Zambrano started 5 straight opening days now for the Cubs. Just turned 28.
At the start of the ball game, in Michael's first at bat, Zambrano was, I don't know if he was trying to sink the ball or cut it or what, but he was throwing 87, 88 miles an hour. I don't think they were changeups, but the last fastball 97. Just took the big fella a little while to get cranked up.
Zambrano's a three-time All-Star.
Pick up that phone. A lot of great packages available. And Father's Day around the corner. Some golf packages and really unique opportunities out here at the ballpark. Some meet and greets. That live batting practice session with Sean Berry and Lance Berkman. Man, that's a heck of a prize.
Reed Johnson over into left center field is calling for this one. In the third, Zambrano gets the Astros in order to maintain a 1-0 Cubs lead.
Park, as I told you, lots of celebrity people out here manning the phones. I'm joined now by Lisa Brocail, Doug Brocail's wife. You're out here having a good time for a good cause, Lisa.
Good cause. It's a great cause. And hey, for Father's Day, think about some of these packages that you can get. This bag, a $100 bag, it comes with many different items. There's a coffee mug, baseball you can get autographed by Doug Brocail, I'm sure.
So, yeah, already autographed. So you don't even have to get it autographed.
Already autographed, sorry. There's hats.
Tickets,
T-shirts, and the bag itself, but there's many other packages to bid on, and it's for a great cause. It supports many great charities with Astros. It's something great that the wives are doing for baseball.
Yeah, these bags are for $100. We'll ship them out to you. They have a $350 value. We're running low on them. Probably, 200 of them are gone already, but lots of great packages out here. So get those phone lines working on that one for Father's Day, and
within a week. So
get them within the week. And Lisa, you guys are always as wives involved in this kind of stuff, but this one really kind of goes above and beyond some of the other things.
Above and beyond, because it supports so many different charities. The amounts really help a lot of people. In one foul swoop, you help a lot of people. It's for a great cause.
All right, well, go ahead, get to your phone. I hear him ringing off the hook. You guys call Lisa, get the scoop on Doug. I mean, find out stuff you always wanted to know. This is your chance. You're gonna fess up, right?
Yeah, I'll tell.
All right, she's gonna tell. Call in, guys. If you bid.
Ready, Giovanni Soto takes a strike after Reed Johnson fouled out on the first pitch to Lance Berkman. Soto ripped a homer on a 3-1 pitch in the second inning. 1-0 Cubs here in the fourth. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count for Wandy Rodriguez, trying to hold the line here until his offense can do something against Carlos Zambrano. Ted Lilly kept the Astros at bay last night for 6 2/3 innings, giving up just 3 hits. And that's the thing the Cubs do very well. They pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. They're waiting for their offense to strike in a consistent way this year. 3 balls and a strike. Let's look at the Soto swing.
Pick on a 3-1 fastball and took a good aggressive hack at it. Hit 25 or 6 home runs last year. Rookie of the Year, All-Star.
He takes a walk this time. That's number 1 for Wandy. Name, here's the Aflac trivia question. Name the 4 former teammates of Lance Berkman who had more home runs than Lance.
That's a good one. Well, Jeff Bagwell.
Yeah. How about
Jeff
Moises?
Kent?
Yeah. Moises Alou. Okay. Bobby Scales.
Bobby Scales would be the fourth.
No.
Let's see, Soto last year, just so I'm correct, Soto hit 23 home runs last year.
Okay.
Don't want to be giving out any bad information.
Well, I gave out some bad information last night that I'd like to correct.
What was that?
Ball, one strike. We were talking about guys who were drafted high. And,
oh, yeah.
I meant to say not Brian Bohannon, drafted in the first round by the Texas Rangers, but you know who from Houston.
David Clyde.
David Clyde.
Yeah. Well, Bohannon was a first-round pick.
Yeah, but David Clyde.
But David Clyde was first overall and went right to the big leagues.
Right. 2 balls and a strike. Let's see, who would number 4 be?
Well, Pudge.
Okay. There we have it.
Oh no, we're looking for former teammates, right?
How about Cammy? Bounce foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No, he played here 1 year. Oh well.
That's a good one. Good question. Good question, research department. Question department.
Inside, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Scales with Miles on deck.
Let me ask a question here, a little follow-up. Is this player still active? He is not. It's 2 down. Let's go to Orson Bean.
Toss over to first base.
Did this player do most of his damage in the National League? Oh, yeah, emphatically. Let's go to Peggy Cast. If you're under 45, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Google what's my line. How about Vinny Castilla?
Oh, yeah. Fly ball right center. Hunter Pence over for it. Takes a look at first base. Soto had gotten pretty close to second. It's a long out, number 2. Now Aaron Miles will bat. Miles bounced into a force play in the second inning. Well, it's a big night in Corpus Christi as a couple of rehabbing Astros are scheduled to play there for the Hooks. Kazuo Matsui is scheduled to play the first of his 4 rehab games. That's what is expected anyway for him. I think he's supposed to go 5 innings tonight, 7 in the next game, and then 9 innings in the 3rd and 4th games. And Jose Valverde is at Corpus also tonight.
Jose scheduled to pitch a couple of times and then be activated over the weekend in Arizona. Nice to have Big Val back, solidify that bullpen. Jeff Geary has been designated for assignment after being activated, so he has 3 days to accept an assignment to AAA, or he can choose to become a free agent.
Now he's been outrighted, and so that's his choice now: free agent or go to Round Rock.
Of course, if he becomes a free agent, he forfeits his salary.
Right. Line drive left field, a hit for Miles, just off the DL himself. A good swing of the bat that time. First and second, 2 outs for Zambrano, who's a definite threat with 7 hits this year, 2 of them homers.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about the Cubs. When Zambrano's in the lineup, they've got 9 legit hitters. Well, you know, I'm not an agent, but if I were Jeff's agent, I'd say, hey, go ahead, go to Round Rock, get back into the flow, get your rhythm, get your stuff back, and you know, the Astros certainly have some issues in that bullpen, and if you return to form, pitch the way you did last year, you'll be back in the big leagues.
Yeah. Drew Robinson out now. As far as tipping pitches, the Astros say they haven't found anything concrete that Wandy has been doing, but Cecil Cooper does say, because of all the familiarity that the hitters have had with facing Wandy so many times the last few years, especially the hitters in this division, he would not be at all surprised if they had picked up something of a trend and could indicate what was coming. He's had some rough first innings in those last 3 losses.
And you know, you can tip your pitches in one game and not even know what you're doing, and then not do it in the next game. And just because one club is picking it up doesn't mean another one will. It's not like it gets posted on the internet. When facing Wandy, look for this. You know, and they had some issues in the past with that this spring. Dewey worked with him because there were times where they felt like he was turning his glove as he took the sign. He would tilt his glove one way or the other, depending on whether he was going to throw a fastball or a breaking ball.
One ball, one strike. Coop talked about that when Brad Ausmus was an Astro. He would pick up a lot of tendencies on pitchers on other teams, pass them along, of course, as players want to do. Always looking for something that might give them an edge.
Yeah, I've heard stories of hitters on their own team that wouldn't tell pitchers that they were tipping in case they got traded and they had a chance to bat against them.
Yeah, that sounds like.
Yeah, it can be kind of cutthroat.
Plausible, yeah. Generally, pitchers don't hang out with hitters, do they?
Yeah, typically you're traveling in packs, pitchers hang with pitchers.
75 offerings so far for the lefty Wandy Rodriguez.
That's cold, though, not bailing out a teammate.
Yeah.
Because you think you might have that bat off from some point down the road.
That's true.
That's real cold.
It's all supposed to be about this team now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss. Zambrano strikes out. That is number 3 for Wandy Rodriguez. No runs a hit, 2 men stranded, 1-0 Cubs.
For our Fox Sports Houston and Houston Astros auction, and it's time now to tell you once again about item number 6, the Milo Hamilton package. The winner of this item gets to meet Milo Hamilton and have the opportunity to kind of hang out with him for an entire night. They get to enjoy dinner in the Astros Diamond Club Lounge with Milo and all, of course, his celebrity friends. The winner guest will also have the opportunity to take a photo on the field with Milo. They'll be able to go up to the radio broadcast booth for 1 inning during that game, and will also receive an autographed Astros baseball and photo card from Milo, and a personalized Milo Hamilton Way replica street sign. Of course, the street outside was named after Milo earlier this year, so replica of that, he will sign it. This is awesome, maybe for your sometime a would-be, wannabe broadcaster, and Milo is very excited about this. I had a chance to talk to him early about it, and he can't wait to hang out with the winner. Time now to go to Bart and the tote board. Bart?
All right, speaking of wannabe broadcasters, I'll take it from here. Going to update you on some numbers. Package number 1, the owner suite package. You heard Drake McClain talking about how much fun that's going to be. That's up to $3,300. The private batting practice, up to $3,100. Package number 3, the general manager's package, is up to $2,200. Field of Dreams package up to $1,200. The golf package starting to get some attention now. It's up to $2,800. And heck, fans, you get to watch Jim DeShays play golf. That's worth $2,800 alone right there. We go over here to number 10, the 10th season package, up to $1,200. And number 9, the Astros Authentics package at $1,100. But I tell you what, as we toss it back out to Brownie and JD, the Milo Hamilton package, that's awesome because Milo's got stories on some of the greatest players the game has ever known, and he'll be more than willing to share them with you. Guys, back out to you.
Yes, he will. That's an entertaining one. One hopper to Derek Lee from Miguel Tejada. He tosses to Carlos Zambrano. There's out number 1. Now the Aflac trivia answer about those 4 former teammates of Lance Berkman who have more home runs than he has. He has 299. And the 4 are Jeff Bagwell, Jeff Kent, Moises Alou, and Vinny Castillo.
Did Moises Alou ever officially announce his retirement?
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, I never heard anything. I don't know.
He was hoping to play this year.
I don't know if he's still keeping himself in shape with an eye towards a comeback or not. Boy, could he hit. Man, what a hit.
He was. Hunter Pence fouled out to third, swung at the first pitch.
He'd be a good guy to have in the lineup tonight because Moises Alou, he seemed to be, when he was with the Astros, the guy best able to handle the really good guys.
Yeah.
The power stuff. He was so quick.
Well, the Astros have had a problem in that regard this year. Hitting against the top pitchers in the league. Bouncer third. And bounce to Scales.
That's why they're the top pitchers in the league.
Yeah. 2 outs. Jack in the Box standings. We'll feature a recap of today's draft choices by the Astros. And the draft continued and will conclude tomorrow. 12 pitchers, 9 infielders, 20 college players, 8 high school players. 4th round pick, a right-handed pitcher, B.J. Hyatt. Meanwhile, there's the number for Astros in Action charity auction tonight, 1-877-831-2437 to get your bids in. 2 outs for Zambrano now.
Ed Wade said that by the time the scouts got done talking about Hyatt, he was a Ritz-Carlton. He really liked that kid a lot.
Strike one to Carlos. He singled to left. He and Michael Bourne have the only 2 hits, both singles off Zambrano.
A good idea to step out. Zambrano working very quickly tonight. He's in a real nice rhythm.
Broken bat looper. Derek Lee picks it up and tosses to Zambrano. Touches the bag for out number 3. And that's 9 straight, retired by Big Z with the Cubs leading 1-0 through 4.
I'm 45 seconds for Steve. Okay, we only have about 45 seconds. Now is my boss, so I'm going to be on my best behavior and do the best I can in this interview. General Manager for Fox Sports Houston, Steve Tello. And Steve, this joint effort between the Astros and Fox Sports Houston is really quite a success out here.
It took off. I mean, it is amazing how much interest this has generated tonight, and the bids are going up. And you're pretty good at this, so you have a career at Home Shopping Network after your baseball career.
Yeah, I just want to keep my job here at Fox, so I'm going to just push for that one. Yeah. But, you know, these items are just awesome. I see you're out there talking to the fans. They're able to even walk up here, and they're bidding out here at the ballpark as well.
They're coming in from the ballpark. They're looking at the bids, and we're actually texting them back and saying, come on back down. So this has really been exciting and fun. Drayton's package seems to be the leader at $3,600. We're really happy about that, but it doesn't surprise us.
All right, well, great job. And as you said, Steve is texting against you fans out there at home. Some of these people are out here, so I encourage you guys to call in and get your bids up because the fans out here at the ballpark may just have a leg up. 1-877-831-BIDS. Guys?
Thanks, Patty. Soriano, the batter. It's 3-0 on him. Hey, Tim Sweeney is on the phone bank tonight. Those answering, and there's a 4-pitch walk. Soriano leads it off here in the 5th inning. That's number 2 for Wandy Rodriguez. Astros baseball on Fox Sports Houston is brought to you by the MD Anderson Cancer Center, by TxDOT, Click It or Ticket, by Dodge, and by Southwest Airlines. Soriano on first. He has 6 steals in 8 attempts. The batter is Ryan Theriot, who's flied to right and gotten an infield hit to second base. Soriano draws a throw. Soriano not running much these days. The Cubs don't run much as a team. They're 13th in a 16-team league in stolen bases with only 25. In the past, he's been a prolific base stealer at 19 and 22 tries last year.
He stole 41 bases back in 2005 with the Rangers. And it's also the year he hit 40 bombs, right?
Yeah.
Or was that with Washington? Washington. Yeah, he was a 40-40 man. And Terrio, a good guy to play a little hit and run with if you're so inclined. A good handler of the bat.
Astros want to keep Soriano close. Soriano has more than 250 steals in his career. And now 284 homers. So he could be a 300 guy someday. Pretty rare. 1 ball, 1 strike as the throw goes to first from Quintero. This is a tough assignment for a pitcher tonight, going against somebody the likes of Zambrano, who's throwing as well as he is. He's allowed just 2 singles. Trying to keep the hard-hitting Cubs at bay. Mike Quade has the signs from third for Terrio. Milton Bradley on deck. Time called at first. Soriano's getting a word of advice from his first base coach.
Nobody knows the signs.
No.
Terrio picked him up late, so he asked Q to go through him again. Mike Quade down there at third, and Soriano on confirmation from Matt Sinatro. Just stay there.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be some subterfuge, with these signs, but when the base runner goes over the first base, did he really put the hit and run on?
You can see
pretty much blows the play.
Smoke is coming out of Quade's ears right now. Can't you get a sign? Come on.
Well, I saw a piece with Larry Boa today. Maybe you've seen it on the MLB channel. Watch Quade. You hit, you stay. It's not the hit and run, it's the hit and stay.
Very, very subtle, this sign giving.
But anyway, I saw a piece today with Larry Boa and talking about giving signs at third base, and I use an indicator, and he was talking about in his example, his indicator may be the belt, and then that means something's coming, and then the last thing he touches is hot, and that's the play. But he said there were some guys over the years that just, no matter how simple you made them, couldn't grasp that concept. So he'd go through all this touches and all that stuff, and then he could just clap. And 1 clap was a bunt, 2 claps was a hit and run.
That's good stuff.
And everything else was pretty much just camouflage.
Jeff Plum's enjoying the story from Mike Quade. What's on tap with the Astros is brought to you by Bud Light. Final game of the series tomorrow afternoon. Ryan Dempster versus, well, it was going to be Mike Hampton, but now that has changed to Russ Ortiz. That's the matchup tomorrow, 12:30 for Astros Live on Fox Sports Houston. 2 balls, 1 strike to Terrio. Now 2-2. And the game slowed down quite a bit with that sign snafu.
And that's the new Ryan Terrio right there. When he was in at the beginning of this year, and what we've seen from him in the past, very much an off-field approach. Rarely would you see him try to turn it loose and jerk the ball like he did with that swing. But he's found a power stroke.
How's that one? He's hit 6 homers this year. That's more than Milton Bradley. That's as many as Derek Lee. It's as many as Giovanni Soto.
And that's part of the maturation too of a young hitter. You come up with one approach, and then you learn to look for certain pitches and certain counts, and take a little bit more aggressive approach.
Runner going, and it's foul back. Terrio hit 1 home run last year. His former high was 3. He went a calendar year and 620 at bats without a long ball. Then he hit a grand slam against the Marlins on May 1st, and he broke out another homer the next day. Michael Bourne's in right center. It's 3-2 now, and wouldn't be surprising at all to see Soriano going on this next pitch if the Cubs can get the right sign to him.
Yeah, this may be just Sinatro went over and just talked to him. He probably just said go. And they would probably treat this like a hit and run. He won't break early, but you don't want to get kicked off here with a left-hander on the mound. He'll make sure if he's going that Wandy goes home and then break, and then he'll put the burden on Terrio to either take ball 4 or put the ball in play.
Throw over. Astros have allowed 17 stolen bases in 27 attempts. Wandy's working very hard on Soriano at first.
Yeah, and you got to be careful not to lose too much of your focus on the hitter by paying so much attention to Soriano, because again, I think he's probably going here. I don't think he's going to try to steal the base. I think he's going to go late.
He does go late. Fly ball to Carlos Lee and left. That's out number 1. And Milton Bradley will follow.
With the right-handed pitcher on the mound, I think you should treat that like a straight steal. You're trying to get your best jump in case the hitter comes up empty if you got a chance to steal the base. But with the lefty on the mound, if you're not real comfortable with the read, you have to wait till he goes home. And the whole idea of running there is to stay out of the double play.
Milton Bradley rolled an infield hit to third in the 3rd inning after hitting a fly ball to left. Bradley looks at ball 1. He's seen a lot of pitches tonight. Worked the count full his first time up, and a 2-2 in the 3rd inning.
That's fairly typical. Disciplined hitter with a good eye.
Now he's 2-0. Derek Lee on deck. Pirates 3, Braves 1 in Atlanta, middle of the 7th inning. Charlie Morton started. Morton went 1 inning. Then Jeff Karstens came in. Jair Jurgens for Atlanta. 2 balls and a strike. Bradley failed to catch up with that high heater.
Well, when Bradley's right, he doesn't chase many balls, but he's been scuffling, and he got a little greedy there on 2-0. Knew he was going to get a fastball, so he got a little jumpy.
Strike makes it 2-2 now.
And then he just busts a good fastball right over the knees.
Wandy's last win was here against Milwaukee, May 20th. At that point, he had won 4 in a row. Now he's lost 3 straight. Bouncer, Jeff Blum on a bounce, gets it to second. Matt Cada takes the low throw, relays it on to first for a 5-4-3 double play. That was slick. And the Cubs lead it 1-0.
He's obviously hurting. He didn't break out of the box at all. Long, 2 long throws and an easy double.
Berkman, of course, we got the whole front row of Astro wives here. Stacey Ortiz, Pam Michaels, and Kara Berkman. But Kara just scored the big bid of the day. What was it?
$5,000 for the golf package.
$5,000 for the golf package. You guys need to call in and talk to these wives. I'm telling you, Lisa Brocail dished out some dirt on Doug. If you call in and you get Kara, she's pregnant with her 4th baby here. They've got 3 girls. Will number 4 be a boy or a girl? We're not sure, but are you willing to tell somebody if they get you what you think's going on in there?
I can tell what I think it is, and I can tell what Lance wishes it would be.
All right, so call in, find out that information. You're going to get the scoop here. Bart, we're going to head over to you to update that great total board.
All right, thanks, Patty. Well, we're going to let you know about golf package number 7. Before I do that, real quickly, you get to be part of our broadcasting crew here. You get 4 of you receive tickets to a Futures Astros home game. You get to appear on our Astros Live pregame show from left field at Minute Maid Park here with Kevin Eschenfelder. Meet Jim Deshaies and Bill Brown and watch them call a couple of innings in the broadcast booth. Tour our production truck, and we will take you into Cecil Cooper's postgame press conference, and you will also get some really neat Fox Sports Houston gear, T-shirts, caps, golf shirts, whatever. I also want to let you know some updates. As Patty just told you, the golf pack is now up to $5,000, and the owner's suite package up to $4,000. These numbers starting to move now, folks, so make sure you call in. 877-831-BIDS is the number. Guys, back out to you.
Thanks, Bart. 2 balls and 1 strike to Lance Berkman. Hey, wouldn't it be nice if Kara could watch him hit number 300 out her way right now?
Yeah, and maybe somebody could make a bid. If Lance Berkman hits his 300th home run, I bid $5,000 for BP with Lance.
Well,
that's just hypothetical.
He's 3-1 in the count. That was the count when he lined a shortstop in the 2nd inning. Strike. Like a little cutting action on that pitch, and it's 3-2 now.
Yeah, and that's what he threw him last time. That little line drive to shortstop. He threw a little cutter, started on the plate, and moved in on his knuckles. He hit it pretty good, but obviously didn't get all of it. And now they're trying to crowd him again here, 3-2.
Ground ball, gobbled up by Miles. 1 out. Time now for our Dodge Grab Live feature. Here's Lance Berkman on his favorite teams growing up.
As a kid, you're always a front runner, so whoever's doing good, like, you know, when the Celtics and the Lakers would square off, I was a Celtics guy. I mean, I wanted them to win. Believe it or not, I watched a lot of hockey. The Edmonton Oilers dynasty was right when I was a kid, so watched a lot of that, like, at night.
Jeff Blum with strike 1. He bounced into a force play back in the 2nd inning. 1-0 Cubs on the homer by Soto.
I never knew Lance was a hockey guy.
No, you know that. You learn things from these Dodge features. Ask him where his rooting interests are in the finals this year. 1-2. Big game 7 coming up for the Red Wings and the Penguins. Kansas City 9, Cleveland nothing. They've played 7 in Cleveland. Jose Guillen hit his 7th. Miguel Olivo number 7. Alberto Callaspo number 3. Popped up a shortstop. Terrio out into left center field. Makes a good play. 2 outs. Astros offense, as it was last night, awfully quiet.
Well, Lily Zambrano, this time around, you think back to that series in September when the Astros had to go up and play at Miller Park against the Cubs. And it was Zambrano throwing the no-hitter the first night, and then Lily came back 1-hitter the next night, right?
Yep. And Cato looks at ball 1.
And the golf package at $5,000. And I'm assuming all the details on all these packages are available online. If people are just tuning in, they're not sure what's going on. We've got this great auction going on out there, and there's a lot of different packages available. So go to the website.
Astros.com. Bouncer. Fielded by Miles. He's covering a lot of territory on that right side here in the 5th inning to make it a 1-2-3 frame and a 1-0 Cubs lead.
To introduce package number 8, which is the Astros spring training package. And ladies, this is where I'm going to appeal to you for your husband for Father's Day. What better thing to do than to take maybe a son or a daughter down to spring training for the 25th anniversary spring training banner with more than 25 Astro players. We'll have signed that. It's a trip for 2 down to Kissimmee, 2 tickets to 2 spring training games, airfare and hotel accommodations for the winter. You can receive spring training gear as well, photo opportunity at the game with select Astro players. Right now, this package is at $2,500. This one is awesome. It's almost like a fantasy package in itself, especially for Father's Day, ladies. So I encourage you to call 1-877-831-BIDS for your favorite dad today, guys.
Thanks, Patty. Wandy Rodriguez throwing ball 1 here to Derek Lee. The 6th inning gets underway. Lee is 0 for 2. Cubs leading at 1-0 on a 2nd inning homer by Soto. Wandy puts that one in for a strike. Wandy pitched very well here against Ryan Dempster on April 7th. In the game, the Astros won 3-2 in the 10th. He gave up 1 run in 6. That was on an RBI single by Lee in the 3rd inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He really came out of the chute hot this season. Got that no decision, and then a loss to the Cardinals on the road, 3-0. But he had 4 straight quality starts, and yet he was 1-2 without much run support. The Astros were shut out in 2 of his first 4.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic because if you were to ask most Astro observers and a lot of people inside here, what needs to happen for this team to be good in 2009, they would have probably clicked off something like, well, Michael Bourne has to step up, Hunter Pence has to show improvement, and Wandy Rodriguez has to do likewise. And all 3 of those have been true, and yet the Astros find themselves in last place.
That's strikeout number 4, and we go to our Coors Light 6th inning Frost Brewed Coors Light Freeze Cam, showing you a play at first base. Alberto Quintero on the strikeout of Lee in the 2nd inning. Q had to go way back and then grabbed for it twice, got possession and fired to Lance Berkman on a very close play at first. Lee was ruled out on the strikeout for 2-3. He's whiffed twice tonight. Now Reed Johnson looks at ball 1. Johnson's 0 for 2. One ball and 1 strike. And we saw in that footage about spring training, that spring training package, Jason Castro was one of those players you might have noticed. He is making his debut for AA Corpus Christi tonight, we think. Just got promoted from Class A ball from Lancaster. And jumping all the way to AA just a year after being drafted in the 1st round. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the fans of the Hooks in Corpus Christi this week have a whole lot to see. Castro, now their catcher. That's Suey, their 2nd baseman for the next 4 games. And Valverde pitching a couple of games. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Johnson's down for strikeout number 5.
Wandy goes upstairs with that 4-seam fastball, and Johnson gets a little giddy as he sees that ball up in his eyes.
He's used that pitch to success tonight. He's thrown 103 pitches. The only other time he faced Zambrano, he beat Carlos here last July 4-1. Zambrano homered off him. Roll to the left side. Jeff Blum moves to his left. Throws out Soto. In a 1-2-3-6 with the Cubs leading 1-0.
Becky Maywald. Becky is our fan of the game, not only because she has Astros tattoos entirely around her ankle, but she also purchased one of our $100 gift bags with the value of $350. She was in hopes of getting whose autographed ball inside?
100 pence.
And did you?
I did.
She did. She bought the bag. She got the 100 pence ball and all this great stuff. We know you're a fan. How cool is this for you to come out here and do this today?
I mean, it's for a great cause, and it's got a lot of good stuff. I don't see any reason not to. It's a win-win.
There you go. No reason not to. For doing that, you get another free bag as being our progressive fan of the game. Time now to send it out to the tote board to Bart Ennis. Bart?
All right, Patty, we want to tell you first about package number 9. This is great if you love signed merchandise and memorabilia. You get a Lance Berkman game-used autographed bat. That's a game-used bat. A game-used baseball from the Cubs game. A 2009 game-used autographed base. A pink mini rocking chair autographed by the 2009 Houston Astros players. And that package right now currently stands at $1,100, so there's still great value there on package number 9. The big one right now is number 1, the owner suite package, up to $4,500. Actually, the big one is the golf package. We have an update, up to $5,200 for the golf package. Thank you very much, folks. That's great. The general manager's package, $2,500. Package number 2, private batting practice, up to $3,200. And a lot of Milo Hamilton fans calling in now. This one is up to $3,500. Now, we want to remind everybody, our fan of the game mentioned what a great cause this is benefiting the Boys and Girls Clubs of Houston, as well as the Urban Youth Baseball Academy right here in Houston that the Astros put on. So call in. 877-831-BIDS is the number. That's 831-2437. Let's go back out to Brownie and JD.
Thanks, Bart. We'd like to thank everybody for taking part tonight. There's your number, 1-877-831-2437. Proceeds going to Astros in action. And, of course, those baseball fields and other charities, the Boys and Girls Clubs. There's strike 1 to Wandy Rodriguez. He struck out in the 3rd inning. Quintero hit a fly ball to center on the first pitch. Zambrano mowing down Astros. He's given up just 2 singles. DeBourne and Lee both leading off innings in the 1st and 2nd. Bounce to Derek Lee.
Yeah, boy, he is making it look easy. 59 pitches he has thrown. And time now for our Cabot legendary performance. 1944, Joe Nuxall becomes the youngest person to play in Major League Baseball at the tender age of 15. Nuxie was in junior high school at the time. He joined the Reds. During the war years, they were short on players. Nuxie joined the Reds and became a part of that organization for 60 years. 15 years of age in the big leagues briefly, and then went back to the real world, his school days, and then signed with the Reds when he was done school, and had a nice career as a player and a long career as a broadcaster.
No balls, 2 strikes to Michael Bourne. He singled in the Astros' 1st inning, but was erased on a Tejada double play ball. Carlos Zambrano really handcuffing the Astros. He's 13-7 lifetime against Houston with a 2.66 ERA. 1-2.
The game plan, and it's not like football where you design a plan, but ideally you like to try to make Zambrano work and try to get into that bullpen a little bit. But he's been so aggressive and he's been attacking the strike zone. The hitters don't want to get behind. There's been a lot of quick outs for him. It really spells trouble because if he gets it deep into this game, they really shorten the amount of work they have to do in that bullpen. You deal with guys like Carlos Marmol, and it becomes awfully tough.
And Zambrano no hit the Astros in Milwaukee last September 14th. He walked 1 and fanned 10. It was the Cubs' first no-hitter since 1972. Milt Pappas did it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mariners lead the Orioles 4-1 in the bottom of the 9th. King Felix Hernandez went 7, giving up 1 earned run. Jose Lopez has hit 2 long balls for the Mariners to give him 8 for the season. That one ties him up, but Bourne fouls it away, and it's still 3-2 to Michael. Don't have to do a whole lot with that pitch.
Michael a little frustrated that he went after what he thought was ball 4. But you got to be careful because it's been a pretty tall strike zone for Paul Schreiber tonight.
Chop foul. Zambrano had a full count on Berkman in the 5th inning, but Other than that, he had a 3-2 to Wandy Rodriguez in the third. This is only his third full count of the night. And he walked it. 2 walks from Michael Bourne. First walk of the night for Zambrano. That's the longest at bat an Astro has had against Zambrano tonight, resulting in a walk in that plate appearance for Bourne.
And typically, you think with a big right-hander on the mound, he'd be a good guy to run against. But Carlos Zambrano's quick to home plate. Nobody's even tried with the Zambrano on the mound this year. No stolen bases, none caught stealing with the big righty on the hill. But Michael Bourne is a different story.
He might try to shake it up here with 2 outs by running. Tejada's bounced into a double play and grounded out. There's strike 1 for Big Z. Tejada, 467 lifetime against Zambrano coming into this game. Astros are only 2 out of 5 in base stealing against the Cubs this season. Throw popped out of Lee's mitt.
Well, the Astros don't have a lot of base stealers. They have not been a particularly efficient base stealing team this year, 62%. So you want to be up around 70%.
Hunter Pence is on deck. Bourne starts and stops. The pitch is down and in, and it's 1-1. Tejada 3 hits away from 2,000. He will become the 8th Dominican-born player to reach that figure. Bourne leads the league with 19 steals. David Wright is second.
Playing in that big ballpark in New York now, Citi Field. David Wright's going to have to change his game, become more of a speed guy than a power guy.
Yeah. Chipper Jones played there recently. He said he crushed the ball to right center and it was only off the wall. It's a big, big park. Bourne's going. There's a looping fly ball in the infield, caught by Miles. And it's no runs, no hits, and a man stranded after 6, 1-0 Cubs.
And I want to kind of give you guys one quick last chance possibly for these great $100 bags. $350 value for just $100. There's probably less than 50 of them left. They've got all kinds of great stuff, tickets, baseballs. This particular one has a Pudge Rodriguez ball in it. These are awesome. And don't forget, there's 2 special ones. It's kind of like finding the golden ticket at Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. 2 of them have an overnight stay at the Four Seasons Hotel, including breakfast. So go ahead and call 1-877-831-BIDS. Get your bags. They are running out. But there's also one more great package we want to tell you about. For that, I'm going to kick it over to Bart.
Very much. I was talking a moment ago about value. Let me tell you the best value on the board right now. It is package number 10. You get 10 autographed baseballs from current Astros players, including Berkman, Oswalt, Pence, Lee, Valverde, Hampton, Tejada, Bourne, Matsui, and Pudge Rodriguez. There's a couple of future Hall of Famers in there, folks. You get dinner for 10 in the 5-7 Grill out here in center field, which is a great way to watch the ball game and have a blast. Great food. You also get game tickets, 10 commemorative 10th season caps. Food and non-alcoholic beverages are included in this, and you get a commemorative 10th season game-used base. That is package number 10, and right now, that's just sitting at $1,200. That is a lot of value right there. The package I just read you is sitting at $1,200 right now. That's a great buy. So call in 877-831-BIDS. That's 877-831-2437. Bidding in $100 increments as a minimum. Let's go back out to Brownie and JD.
Thank you, Bart. Scales grounded out to shortstop. There's one out in the 7th for Wandy Rodriguez, who's at 108 pitches for the game. Fastball to Miles is outside. There's ball 1. Miles single to left in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Carlos Zambrano due up next. He's conserving his energy in the dugout right now.
It's better pounding a hot dog.
He's an interesting guy. Never a dull moment with Big Z. That makes it 2-1. Phillies and Mets playing in New York, tied 4-4, bottom of the 7th. The Phillies just tied it with 3 in the top of the 7th. Cole Hamels went 5, allowing 4 runs. Hunter Pence in right. 2 outs. Here's the Chivas Regal replay showing you Wandy Rodriguez evening. He has struck out 5. He got a big double play ball in the 5th inning. He's only allowed the 1 run on a Soto homer. Soriano is 0 for 2 with a walk. Zips it by Zambrano upstairs. Jeff Fulcino's warming up in the bullpen right now with Wandy at 112 pitches for the evening.
And 5 base hits allowed by Wandy tonight. 3 of those infield hits. So he's been very, very good. And win, lose, or draw, a very positive performance and a return to form for Wandy.
He's given up 12 earned runs in his last 2 starts at 9 2/3 innings. This is a much improved version of Wandy. He's 1-1 on Big Z, who's popped to first and struck out. Big cut there, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Paid attendance tonight is 29,840.
Golf package now up to 5,700, and I believe the bidding ends this inning, correct? No, we're trying to extend it. Okay.
Strikeout number 6, and Wandy has retired 8 in a row. It's 1-0 Cubs.
Charity auction here at Minute Maid Park. This is Patty Smith, and the numbers are starting to climb on the tote board, but there is still a lot of value on this board, Patty.
Yeah, there really is. I mean, especially that 10th season package for you memorabilia collectors out there, or those of you who are maybe looking once again for Father's Day gift. It's June brides. What about an anniversary gift? signed, all kinds of signed stuff. So that's the one for the autograph house.
And number 8, the spring training package sitting at $2,500. That includes airfare and hotel for 2. Go to spring training, get pictures taken with the guys, get to go to a spring training game. That's a great value as well. And also the Field of Dreams package sitting there at just $1,500. So pick up the phone right now and make that call. 877-831-BIDS is the number. 831-2437. Phones are ringing right now, so get your call in. Guys, back to you.
Thank you. It's been fun for you tonight. You guys have really been on it. And there's the number, 1-877-831-2437.
Call now, and you'll get Brownie's latest CD, The Best of Bill Brown.
Oh, boy, that would be short.
And, of course, not seen on the board, there's package 11. We're calling it Weekend at Brownie's. Familiar with Weekend at Bernie's?
He'll throw in all kinds of entertainment. Hunter Pence is 0 for 2. Popped to third, or grounded to third. It's getting late for the Astros. Carlos Zambrano throws the slider, and it's ball 1 in this 1-0 game in the 7th. Big Z's only thrown 71 pitches. 45 have been for strikes.
And ball 1 to Hunter there, just the 6th time this evening he's fallen behind an Astro hitter. 1 ball, no strike. So he's been getting the jump on the hitters. Been using that cut fastball effectively in on the hands of the lefties. Good splitter.
Fastball makes it 2-1. But it's only 1-0 as well as he's pitching.
Yeah, Wandy has stood tall here tonight, and we've got a heck of a ball game.
Chris Sampson warming up for Houston in the bullpen. It's 3-1. Zambrano extending his string of shutout innings. He had 6 2/3 last time out at Cincinnati. And a 2-1 win. He threw 109 pitches last time. He has a leadoff walk. Number 2 of the night.
Well, 3rd time the Astros have had a leadoff man reach tonight. They did it in the 1st and 2nd. A Bourne single in the 1st, immediately erased on a double play ball. And then Carlos singled to lead off the 2nd. The Astros couldn't do much in that situation, but an opportunity here now. See if they can get a little something going.
Firestone in-game box score showing you Tejada, the league leader, 0 for 3. Carlos Lee has one of the 2 hits. That was a leadoff single to left in the 2nd, and he grounded out to 1st. He looks at ball 1. Carlos, a .347 career hitter at game time against Zambrano with 4 long balls and 13 runs batted in. Terrio and Miles have set up a double play depth. Bouncer up the middle, on through into center. Hunter will take the turn and keep churning to third base on a single by El Caballo. His 2nd hit of the night, and it's 1st and 3rd, nobody out. First Astro runner in scoring position, Hunter Pence.
And Zambrano made the pitch. He got the ground ball he was looking for, but Carlos staying through it and driving it up the middle. That ball had a lot of pace on it. And Pence will see his break off first base, a good secondary lead, and he's off to the races. 1st to 3rd as that ball goes through.
And Lance Berkman, who's popped to short, well, a liner to short, and a ground ball to 2nd. 0 for 2 tonight.
Cubs keep the infield back. They'll allow this run for the double play. And obviously with Lance Berkman in the box, the Astros are hoping for a lot more than that.
Jeff Plum's on deck. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Interesting. It's 3rd at bat now, and they've been working him in with that cutter. Let's see if Lance cheats on one.
One and 2.
Looked like he was looking in there, and Zambrano threw him a splitter.
Berkman's hitting 185 with runners in scoring position. I would love to get you up here in the booth. $2,600 to join us. Now 2-2. Berkman's had a 3-1 count and 3-2 his first 2 times up. Runner from third, less than 2 outs, has scored with Berkman batting 8 out of 15 times. With Hunter's speed, that really helps on a fly ball.
Had success going in on him earlier, and now trying to go away with that fastball. Zambrano flying open a little bit. He did it in the at-bat with Pence. He ended up walking him. Now maybe trying to reach back for a little something extra. Losing command.
Popped up. Derek Lee and the other infielders all coming in. Lee has it. That's a huge out.
Yeah, sure is. Just about anything else gets that run home, and they did finally go back in on him after the fastball's away. And we'll pop him up with a good inside fastball.
Now Jeff Blum is feeling that he needs to be the guy to drive in Hunter Pence. He's 0 for 2.
And the burden really falls on the one-out hitter in this situation. He still has the opportunity with the fly ball to get the run in. And a ground ball if he's able to beat the wrap on a double play. And a chance to pick up Lance here.
Blum looks at ball 1. Ryan Terrios playing up the middle, leaving a lot of room on the left side of the infield.
And Jeff wants to make sure he gets something up a little bit. You don't want to go after that sinker or the splitter down.
1-1. Rockies just got 2 in the 5th. They lead the Brewers at Milwaukee 3-2 in the middle of the 5th for Jorge De La Rosa against Dave Bush. Troy Tulowitzki hit number 7. 2-1 now. The Astros have won 2 games this season when they've trailed after 6 innings. Ground ball. Derek Lee can't get it. Miles with a throw to Zambrano, and Hunter Pence scores the tying run. It's 1-1. Blum picking up RBI number 16. Almost sneaked it through for a hit. Carlos Lee to second base.
I didn't get a base hit, but that's a huge at-bat there. He went down and got the split finger pitch. Miles covering a lot of ground to pick it up. Zambrano heads up covering, but Pence scores the tying run, and Lee moves into scoring position.
Miles has really been making a lot of plays to his left tonight. Pence with a leadoff walk comes around to score. Now it's Matt Keita with strike 1. Blum gets it done for RBI number 16. That is really important to the Astros. Keita's last RBI coming in September of 07. He was a AAA all last season. Cubs will have the top of the lineup, 2 up in the 8th. Soriano, Terrio, and Bradley. By the way, it's 0-2. Roberto Quintero on deck. Zambrano's allowed only 4 home runs this season. He's pitched more than 60 innings.
Getting in a man's kitchen.
Yeah, he did.
The auction has been extended. We're going to go through 8 innings. So if you are participating in our auction, here's the phone number: 1-877-831-BIDS 2437. 831-2437.
How do we find out the winners on the postgame show tonight? Yes, we do. 1-2.
It's kind of like PBS meets MLB.
Yeah.
We'll be showing Celtic women after the show.
Swing and a miss by Cada, and that's a strikeout for Zambrano to end the 7th inning. That's number 2 for him. The Astros get a run on 1 hit, leave a man, and it's tied 1-1.
Getting through the 8th inning, which is good news because the lines are full. People are trying to get in that final bid here on the item that they've been waiting for. We were supposed to close after 7, keeping it open for 1 more inning. Be patient. Just keep calling. You will get through. All right, I've been waiting to do this all night. It's my supermodel walk to Bart Ennis over at the tote board. Here we go. Turn and swing. Bart, what do we have there that is a bargain? That is.
Wow, okay.
That deserves a bid.
Yeah, that does. Let's talk about the best values on the board because we have different opinions of what that is. Package number 10, the 10th season package right now. 10 people having dinner over here at the 5-7 Grill. You get autographed baseballs. You get food, drink, commemorative 10th season game used base. That is sitting right now at $1,300. That is a great value. What's yours?
Well, being the supermodel mom that I am, I don't think twice about spending a lot of money on a birthday party. Well, right here, this is what you're going to pretty much spend anyway on your kids for 15 kids. Item number 4 is my pick, the Field of Dreams package. Bring the 15 kids out here. Each of them receives an autographed baseball. Each one of them an autographed baseball, a T-shirt. Junction Jack comes on out and hangs out with the kids. It's just
you get a party and a suite,
you get a birthday cake, food, cake, the whole ball of wax.
Awesome. That's an awesome value. So remember, we're extending it now through the 8th inning. But remember, if the phones are busy, be patient and keep trying because we are extending this because the volume of calls now is really escalating. And if you want to get in on some of this, and there is still some great stuff up on this board. Number 7, the broadcaster for a day with Fox Sports Houston. We both personally guarantee you will have a blast with that one. So call it and get your bid in. 877-831-BIDS, 877-831-2437.
And don't forget, guys, this is all tax deductible. And the most important thing, it's all for a great cause. The Greater Houston Boys and Girls Club and Astros in action. So step up to the plate, guys.
Chris Sampson in the game. It's a 1-ball-1-strike count. The Astros call to the bullpen brought to you by Verizon Wireless. Sampson coming in with the game now tied 1-1 after an excellent start from Wandy Rodriguez. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Soriano deep to right center field. Hunter Pence backing further back, and on the track he leaps up for the grab. Now this crowd's really getting into it.
Great look at Chris Sampson. Taking a deep breath and saying thank you for staying in the ballpark. And Soriano with the flick of the wrist capable of driving that ball a long, long ways. A few feet to the right, it's probably a home run. One more cheeseburger at lunch, and it's probably a home run. He's breaking into the trot. He thought he got enough of it. Hunter with a late adjustment, able to track it down. Watch Chris. Had it all the way. Never a doubt.
That's one tough out. Ryan Theriot now 1 for 3. He smacks a line drive to left center field. Michael Bourne hurrying over. Theriot with a big turn. Puts on the brakes, and he's on with a 1-out hit here in the 8th inning.
Ryan Theriot, one of those hard-nosed players. He hit that ball on a line to center field. Just clearly a single, but as soon as he hit it, he puts the head down and just busts it down the line, giving himself a chance for 2 in case there's a little bit of a misplay. The numbers on Chris Sampson, very good. 2-0, 3 saves, a .180 ERA. He's been good against the Cubs. He's been good this month. He's been good all year.
Milton Bradley. Double play ball. Keppinger just in the game. Flips to Tejada. No, he can't get it out of his glove. And it turns out to be only out number 2. Jeff Keppinger just in the ball game. Got the flip onto Tejada, but he could not do anything with it. And it's 2 outs now, and Bradley at first.
Yeah, hopefully this doesn't come back to bite. You see the hop get in on Keppinger a little bit. That upsets the timing a little bit, and then Tejada can't get the handle either. It looked like a pretty easy double play ball, as sharply as it was hit. The Astros managed to get just the one.
Now Derek Lee bats. He's 0 for 3. That's ball 1. Wandy Rodriguez threw 116 pitches. That ties the high by an Astro this year. Wandy did it, and Russ Ortiz did it.
So Keppinger in the 9-hole in the lineup. If Sampson comes in, he'll be in the 7th slot where Keita was.
Well pitched game by both teams tonight. 1-1 in the 8th. And now 2 balls and a strike to D. Lee. The Astros will have Keppinger batting 9th, as JD mentioned, due up 2nd in the bottom of the inning. Quintero leading it off, and then Michael Bourne to bat 3rd. Line to left center field. Carlos Lee comes over to play it. A hit for Lee, giving him a 9-game hitting streak now. Bradley to second with 2 outs for Johnson. Texas Ford Dealers game summary will bring you up to date on this one. Soto with a solo homer in the 2nd. Zambrano 7 innings, 1 run, 92 pitches. The Astros 8 for 55 in the series. Blum the RBI ground out in the 7th to tie it.
Now Lou Piniella has called Reed Johnson back to the dugout in favor of a left-handed bat. He's got options over there. Fukudome, Micah Hoffpower, Mike Fontenot, and he's also got a couple of switch hitters. Andres Blanco and Coy Hill, the backup catcher, is going to be Fukudome.
Fukudome's been a hot hand and the best Cubs hitter with men in scoring position so far this season. Last night he had 2 hits, drove in 2 runs, and walked twice.
Just 2 at-bats in the pinch this year for Kosuke. He's 0 for 2.
The Astros are celebrating their 10 years in Minute Maid Park this season. To honor some of the great moments in the ballpark, we present the 10-year bracket challenge. Round 2 continues with Brad Ausmus' homer in the bottom of the 9th against the Braves in the 2005 NLDS versus Chris Burke's homer in the 18th inning of that same game. Go to Astros.com to cast your vote today. Fukudome the pinch hitter now for Johnson. Runners at 1st and 2nd and 2 outs. And there's strike 1 to him. He is 3 for 8 in his career against Sampson. Cubs hit well last night with men in scoring position, but they had been in a drought for several games prior to that one. Quickly, it's no balls, 2 strikes for Sampson. Cubs were 6 for 19 last night with runners in scoring position, but 167 the first 5 games of the trip. Swing and a miss. Sampson has a scoreless 8th inning with no runs, 2 hits, 2 men left. Cubs 1, Astros 1.
5-7 grill. I want to give you a quick update on these great bags. We've only got less than 20 left. They're only $100, guys. $350 value. The phones are open. Call in, get them while you can. The last 3 people that did were James Metcalf, Mike Nelson, and Sharon Anderson. They are on the way. Good Father's Day gifts. Lots of great stuff inside, including autographed baseballs. All right, I was told if I make my supermodel walk one more time, well, that will sell another 3 bags to a certain individual.
At
so, Bart,
least. I don't have to do that at any point during the broadcast,
I'd like to. You know what? That might sell a huge package.
Well, let's update some of these numbers. The owner suite package is up to $5,300. Private batting practice up to $4,000. But the best value on the board still is number 4, the Field of Dreams package. If you have kids, that is an outstanding deal, sitting at $1,900. The golf package up to almost $6,000. And we've had a walk-up bid on the number 10, the 10th season package. It's up to $2,000 now. That's still a pretty good value. And the Milo Hamilton package at $3,500. So we've got another half inning to go here, folks. Now is your chance. If there's anything up here like this Field of Dreams package, you want to get that birthday party for your kids out here, it's a great deal. Call in now, 877-831-BIDS, 877-831-2437.
Yeah, and keep in mind on that number 10, that $2,000 is up to right now. That 10 includes 10 autographed baseballs. So you crank that out, and you've got Christmas gifts, Father's Day gifts. You've got everything for probably the next year at least.
Absolutely. And if you call right now, Patty will even do the walk for you.
I'll do the walk again. And you know what? I'll get Bart to do the walk
Bargain.
with me. Guys.
Oh, all right.
Humberto Quintero, the batter, bottom of the 8th inning. There was a distraction out in the outfield. Lou Piniella came out, said something to the umpires. They mentioned something to one of the security folks on the field. 1-0 count here for Zambrano against Humberto Quintero.
I think the phone's not working in the dugout. They couldn't get a hold of the bullpen, so they had to relay the message from Terrio to Soriano to the bullpen to get somebody up.
2-1. Maybe Zambrano caused a problem because he doesn't want to come out of this ballgame.
That's old school. Disable the phone. So I got it, Skip. Tell the bullpen they got a night off.
He's at 95 pitches for the night. 57 have been strikes in this 1-1 game. Fukudome stays in, playing center field. After Reed Johnson came out. Johnson goes foul, 2-2.
Cub bullpen is out there taking bids on the auction. What's going on?
Yeah.
No, we're not going to get up, but if you'd like to bid on the golf package, Lou, feel free.
Keppinger's on deck in the 9th spot. Michael Bourne due up 3rd against Zambrano. This one goes toward the right field corner. Milton Bradley comes over, sliding, and foul ball as Bradley goes into that barrier.
He made a heck of a diving catch last night at the end of the ball game. Sells out on this one. And paid a price. He's been banged up a lot in his career. He's been banged up this year already. He's missed significant time. And earlier in the game, on that ground ball, he went down the line as if the hamstring was bothering him. Double play he hit into back in the 5th.
Like he might be hurting right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bouncer, Zambrano. 1 out. Stay tuned after the game for Astros Live, presented by MD Anderson with Kevin Eschenfelder and Allison Footer. Highlights and analysis, and wrap up the auction. See who won those great events tonight. Thanks for bidding on them. Jeff Keppinger had the game winner against the Cubs back on April 7th in the 10th inning. Now he tries to get a fire going for the Astros offense here with Michael Bourne on deck in the 8th. Bouncer shortstop, Terrio. 2 outs.
Normally you don't think of a 2-strikeout performance by a pitcher as dominant, but that's precisely what's going on here tonight. Zambrano with just a couple of strikeouts, but not many balls hit sharply off the big fella.
3 singles. Bourne led off the Astros first with a hit. He was erased on a double play ball. Lee led off the second with a single. And Lee had a single in the 7th after the leadoff walk by Hunter Pence. Bourne showing bunt, and he takes ball 1 with Scales in on the grass at 3rd. Tejada's on deck.
Zambrano expressing his displeasure with the call by barehanding that throw from Soto. He gets back on the mound. He doesn't even wind up. He just kind of backpedals and starts his windup as soon as he gets there.
working really fast tonight.
And there was that one instance where Carlos stepped out on him, but other than that, the Astros have kind of done him a favor by stepping right back in there. Now Michael trying to take a little time.
Well, Troy Hawkins is getting loose for Houston. 2-2 now. Cubs will have Soto, Scales, and Miles due up in the 9th. Then the pitcher's spot. They have bullpen activity going right now. Phone calls time. 103 pitches on this night for Zambrano. He routinely goes over 100. Very strong. And he gets a strikeout of Bourne. That's number 3. It ends the 8th inning and sends this 1-1 game to the 9th. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Cubs won, Astros won. Very big game for the Astros, who are 5-3 on this homestand. They began the night 7 games out, tied for 5th in the NL Central, trying to make a move. They've won 7 of 11. They've been held down to just a few hits tonight, 3 singles in this game, but they're tied 1-1 with Chris Sampson on the mound in the 9th inning facing Giovanni Soto. He homered for the Cubs run in the 2nd inning. We have a security individual out on the warning track taking care of some problem out in the bullpen area for the Cubs. So there's a little delay until he can get off the field. Soto, in addition to the homer, has walked and grounded out. 4 for 11 in his career against Sampson, including a long ball. Strike 1 for Sampson. It begins his 2nd inning of work. Troy Hawkins has been doing some tuning up in the bullpen. Sampson got out of trouble after allowing 2 hits by striking out Fukudome in the last inning. Sinker works well for him there. It's no balls, 2 strikes.
They carved up Fukudome with a couple good curveballs and a real nasty sinker. His game. Keeps the ball down around the knees.
1-2. The Cubs have closer Kevin Gregg and also Angel Guzman, who's been a hot hand in their bullpen, warming up right now. Tejada, Pence, and Lee due up in the last of the night. Ooh, 2-2. Everybody froze for a moment. Paul Schreiber got up out of that stance and did not lift his right arm. So Soto now has a 2-2 pitch to consider. Chops it foul. Scales on deck. Red Sox 6, Yankees 5 in the bottom of the 8th inning at Boston. Red Sox 6-0 against the Yankees this year. Tim Wakefield started, as did Chen-Min Wong. He lasted only 2 2/3 for New York. Jorge Posada hit number 9. Swing and a miss. Quintero throws to Berkman to complete the strikeout of Soto. Second for Sampson.
Boy, great movement on that sinker. So much so that Q couldn't even handle it. Man, tremendous movement.
Yes, there was. And ran right into him. Now it's like Mike Fontenot coming out to pinch hit for Scales. Scales 1 for 3 tonight. Fontenot had quite a night on his birthday last night, 29 years old last night, and he responded by going 4 for 5 with a homer and scoring twice in that game. 249, 6 homers, 26 runs batted in. Somebody asked him about it after the game. He said, well, yeah, I wish I'm going to hit like that. I wish every night could be my birthday, but then I'd be pretty old if that's the case.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Fontenot looks at it. It's strike one call.
I'm hitting 390, but I can't make it to first base.
Fontenot is 0 for 3 as a pinch hitter this season. 249 overall with 6 homers, 26 runs batted in. And Sampson guides it in for an 0-2 count now with Miles on deck. 3 players remaining on the bench for Lou Piniella in this 1-1 game in the 9th. And foul ball keeps the count at 0-2. Good crowd tonight, 29,840. They have seen excellent pitching at Minute Maid Park. The Astros would hope to send them home extremely pleased with a bottom of the 9th inning win. It's 1-2. Fontenot hit so well last year, hasn't been able to match those numbers to this point of the season. This fly ball hangs for Carlos Lee. Miguel Tejada out, and he will yield to the left fielder. Let's go to Patty and Bart.
All right, Brownie, thanks a lot. We want to let everybody know that the phones are officially closed. We are no longer accepting bids. We are picking up the bid sheets out here on the side. We had a surprising number of walk-up bids going. I mean, the numbers really started to climb here over the last couple of minutes. But on behalf of the Houston Astros and all of us at Fox Sports Houston, we want to thank all of you for taking part in this wonderful event for charity.
Well, no doubt. Thank you to Drayton McClain for stopping by, Pam Gardner. Thanks to all of you guys, Astros staff. Auction was a total success. Great job. And fans, be sure to tune in to the post game. We will announce the winners again. We appreciate everyone. Thanks so much, guys.
There's a big team effort out there. We thank everybody involved. There is ball one now to Aaron Miles. Miles is 1 for 3. Mike Lowell and Kevin Youkilis each hit his 10th home run tonight for Boston. 2 balls, no strikes to Miles.
Miles, one of those guys, actually originally an Astros draft pick. Up in the big leagues with the Cardinals, the Rockies. It's for a good average, not a lot of power.
Well, the power hitter's on deck. Zambrano.
Came into the season, his minor league batting average was .289. His major league batting average for his career, .289. A very consistent player.
Boy, yes. That's a strike, 3-1. Will Zambrano bat if Miles gets on? Intriguing question.
I would guess yes.
Punch to left field. Lee makes sure he doesn't get on. 2 good innings for Chris Sampson. Bottom of the 9th ahead. Cubs 1, Astros 1. Southwest Airlines, by your Texas Ford dealers, by Texaco with Techron, by the Progressive Insurance Group, and by Bud Light Lime. Cubs make changes now as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Mike Fontenot, who was a pinch hitter for Scales, stays in to play third base. Bullpen doors opened and Angel Guzman came out. Carlos Zambrano with another wonderful night's work. 8 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Guzman 2-0 with a 2.28.
Yeah, he's been very, very good. Awfully tough to hit. A 179 batting average against him this year. Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. So he has the repertoire, more of a starting pitcher, and has good command of those pitches. And Lou Piniella did not want the meat of the Astros order to get a 4th look at Carlos Zambrano tonight.
Guzman has been extremely effective. This is his 26th appearance. Miguel Tejada shackled tonight, 0 for 3. Hunter Pence is on deck. Carlos lead 2 up third in the Astros 9th. They have 5 wins in their final at bat. Guzman delivers ball 1. Cubs relievers have a 4.42 ERA. That's 13th best in the National League. But Guzman, as you saw from his numbers, certainly is not to blame for that. 1 ball, 1 strike. The batting average against Angel is 179.
At 27 2/3 innings, he's allowed just 17 hits.
He's walked 8. Line drive center field. Tejada gets it started here in the last of the 9th inning with his 83rd hit of the year. That's only the 4th hit, all of them singles for the Astros.
Reached down, got a slider in the outer third. It stayed up a little bit and just lashes it into center. Hunter Pence taking a long look at Dave Clark. Similar situation a while back. They did not have Hunter bunt. He's hitting .340. He was coming into this game one of the best hitters in the league, so you're hesitant to take the bat out of his hands and ask him to put a sacrifice bunt down.
Fontenot a step in front of third base. Double play depth for Miles and Theriot. Guzman throws to first. Angel 27 years old. He came back from Tommy John surgery to pitch only 6 times last year for the Cubs. He was out of options. The Cubs made the right choice in putting him in the bullpen this year. He delivers ball 1 to Hunter, who scored the tying run after a leadoff walk in the 7th. He's 0 for 2. Guzman from Caracas, Venezuela, replacing the Venezuelan-born Zambrano. Carlos Lee waiting. It's 1-1.
And not only does Guzman have good command, he's got a little giddy up on that heater too. 95 miles an hour.
He's pitched 3 times this year against the Astros. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs. Close one goes for ball 2, and it's 2 balls and a strike to Hunter Pence.
Paul Schreiber, the home plate umpire tonight, has been consistent. That borderline pitch we talked about it way back at the beginning of the ball game. The one down, he has not called. He's given the pitchers a little leeway up.
Guzman on a roll of 13 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings dating back to May 8th. Way outside. Now 3-1. Four walk-off hits for Hunter Pence. The last one against the Cubs last July. Very enthusiastic crowd tonight.
You're sitting dead right here.
And that one came in on him. He tried to check, and he did. On appeal there to Ed Rapalano, a walk. First and second, nobody out. Hunter Pence taking his second walk of the night. That could be a very important call. Carlos Lee, the batter now, as they converge at the mound.
Two-seam fastball. Trying to crowd him. Hunter gets it started, but able to check. And 2 walks for Hunter tonight, and one leading off the 7th. Huge. And this one could contribute to a W.
Carlos Lee contributed to a run in the 7th inning. He singled, sending Pence from first to third on that hit. Earlier he singled in the 2nd. He has 2 of Houston's 4 hits. Lance Berkman on deck. Guzman picked up his first career save on Sunday in Cincinnati in the 14th inning.
Astros with 4 hits in this game. Carlos has half of them. You know, it's been a pitcher's night when Hunter Pence is on the short list for offensive player of the game, and he's drawn 2 walks.
Fly ball. Fukudome over to right center. Tejada tagging. Fukudome with the catch. He throws to third. Tejada coming to third, and he makes it. 1 out, first and third. Lance Berkman.
Fukudome has a good arm. He positions himself pretty well in that high pop-up. Tejada tagging and advancing. And we'll see what the Cubs decide to do with Lance Berkman here. And they're going to put him on. A move most managers would make.
It'll be Jeff Blum batting with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Double play will be in order. And Guzman will have to deal with a situation where he knows he's going to have to come into Blum if he gets behind him, and walk ends the ball game.
This will be the 5th intentional walk issued to Berkman this year. Lance 0 for 3 tonight. He'll take the stroll. And it'll be Jeff Blum who got the RBI for the Astros, and they grounded to the right side in the 7th inning. He was batting with runners at first and third and 1 out. He'll have a chance to win this one. Tejada, the runner at third base, and Darren Erstad coming out to the on-deck circle. Pitcher spot, 2 up next. And Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach, coming out to talk with Guzman and the infielders.
Nothing working in the Cubs bullpen right now. Carlos Marmol pitched all 3 days over the weekend in Cincinnati.
Blum will have the opportunity with the bases loaded. He is 2 for 7 with the bases loaded this season. Both of those hits have been doubles. He's driven in 6 runs in those bases loaded situations. 1-1 game, bottom of the 9th, 1 out, 3 on.
Cubs outfield shorten up now, give themselves a chance of throwing Tejada out on a fly ball. And Indeed's going to score the winning run anyway.
Soriano has 4 outfield assists in left.
I think if I were the Cubs, I'd shorten Milton Bradley up a little bit in right field. You might as well cheat in and take away a little blooper, because if he catches the ball where he's positioned now, I don't think he's going to throw Tejada out at home plate.
All right. One ball, no strikes. It's 1-1. Very entertaining game tonight.
Went after a pitch out of the strike zone, but when you go up there as a hitter in this situation, the last thing you want to do is roll over on one, hit a ground ball, so you're looking for a ball up. Just a medium depth fly ball gets the job done.
1-2.
Thing about Jeff Blum, there's not a lot of panic in Jeff Blum. I mean, he's a pretty cool customer.
Yeah, very good-natured guy. Likes to have his laughs. All business now on a 1-2 count. And he smacks one into center field. A game-winning hit for Jeff Blum. Tejada scores and the Astros win it 2-1 in the bottom of the 9th inning as Blum comes through for both runs batted in tonight. And the Astros win it in the final at bat for the 6th time this year. Second time they've beaten the Cubs here at home in their final at bat this season. And only their second win at home over the Cubs this season. Jeff Blum gets it done on a 1-2 pitch. Line drive RBI single for his 17th run batted in of the year.
They're trying to go down. You saw Soto with the mitt. He threw the ball up, and Jeff just pushes it into shallow center field. Miggy comes trotting home. I won a ball game. Boy, the pitching was outstanding. And the Astros take advantage of a leadoff walk in the 7th. And then the game winner by Jeff Blum and everybody in that dugout up. And let the phone pile begin.
That's an important game for the Astros. They now have won 8 of their last 12, and they were 1-5 at home against the Cubs this season. They were 2-6 overall against Chicago. Now this gives them a shot at winning the